Okay, fast forward, 3 hours later, we're in the midst of the con, and this is Otakon. This is like 30,000 people, right? And like there's this breezeway, and it's wider, like see the back of the wall? It's like that wide, and there's just this huge highway of people flowing, right? And I've got security people taking me someplace, and I look over and I hear, "Ah!" And I look, and that far away, Mizushima-san with his security people are going the other way, and he walks by going, and he was wearing his ring all weekend. I can tell you so many great stories about Seiji. I saw him again, and I had a bracelet made for him. You know those Italian charm bracelets that have the little links with the pictures on them? Someone made me one with characters that I played on it, and I had them make him one with all of the Full Metal characters on it. And he just loved it. He wore it all the time. And then when I went to Tokyo last October, I finally got to go to Tokyo, and I wanted to do two things in Tokyo. I'm sure that, you know, Mount Fuji is beautiful, but that wasn't what I really wanted to go for. I'm sure all of the temples are beautiful. That's not what I wanted to go for. I wanted to go for two reasons. One, I wanted to sit in on an anime recording session in Japanese. They don't do it the way we do it, in case you don't know that or know that. They do it as a group because they do it to storyboards. The animation's not done yet. And forgive me, but it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier when you can concentrate solely on your performance and not on the mechanics of matching the mouth movements and still give a good performance. It's tricky. So they do it as a group, together, watching storyboards, and we do it one at a time. If you didn't know that, now go back and think of all the wonderful conversations and dramatic moments you've seen in the show and realize that they're not talking to each other. Those scenes with it now, Aaron Maeve recorded 3 weeks ago. So if they sound like they're actually talking to each other, that's part of the magic that's created. So, the one thing I wanted to do was sit in on an anime recording session, and the second thing I wanted to do was I wanted to see Romy Park. I wanted to have dinner or have coffee, whatever. I almost met her. We were both supposed to be guests at Anime Expo 2 years ago, and at the last minute, she wasn't able to make it. And I bought her this gift and everything. I was so disappointed that I wasn't able to give it to her. And Seiji, at that point, Mizushima-san even said, I will take it back to her if you want. And I'm like, thank you, that'd be very kind, but I want to give it to her myself. I have no idea when that will happen, but someday I want to. I got my chance to go to Tokyo, but still, I mean, will I get to spend any time with her? I don't know. Square Enix set up for me to sit in on a recording session of a show called Bamboo Blade. And I sat in and watched them record, and it was amazing, you guys. I'm sitting there, and the Square Enix representative sitting with me. This will probably have to be our last question, because we're going to have to end up. I'm sorry, but this is a good place to end. I'm sitting there, and we're in the studio, and there are all these men in there. I mean, they're all smoking. It's really smoke-filled. But it's packed. It's a little teeny room, and they're all packed in there. And then on the other side of me is the Square Enix representative who brought me. She translated for me. And we're sitting there, and she's showing me the script, which makes no sense. And I'm just watching them perform. And she leans over and she says, you see a girl in a green sweater? Voice actor she's talking about. We're looking through a glass window, and there are like 10, 12 voice actors lined up. She said, green sweater? I'm like, yeah. She goes, Willie. Willie from Full Metal. The girl that played with me in Full Metal. And then she goes, you see other girl, short girl in black? Yeah, she goes, Rosa. Full Metal. It's like, this is too cool. I've been to Japan. And these are the people that created the original. So they take a break. Oh, and she, at the same time, we're sitting there, and she says, director beside you? The director's sitting right beside me. She goes, he assistant of Full Metal. Goodness gracious, everybody works on Full Metal. So we take a break, and she goes, would you like to meet the cast? Do you want to meet? I'm like, yes! So we go in there, and she opens the door, and they're all just kind of hanging out, taking a break. 15 or 20 of them. And she starts talking, rattling off in Japanese, and I hear just occasional word, you know, American, say you, and they're all kind of just looking at me, and then she goes, Eduardo, fumerá, oh! And they all come running up like, oh! And then one little girl in the green sweater is going, Whitley! And I'm like, get off of my way! And I was hugging, giving her a hug, and then the girl played Rose came up, and we took a picture, a cat with the cast, and I think it's on my MySpace. I think it's on my MySpace, the cast shot. And that was the first thing that I wanted to do in Japan, and I did it. And the second thing was meet Romy. Square Enix called me and they said, we have set up dinner for you and Paku-san. And I got to dinner, you guys, and it was this amazing, like real little kind of authentic, of course it's authentic, I mean, but I mean like real cool. I mean real cool little dive in Roppongi, which is apparently kind of like a nightclub district in Tokyo. So I get in there, I was so excited. You guys, I've never met any Japanese counterpart, much less the one that's the biggest role I've ever played, right? She comes in and she has her assistant, and along with her, 2 representatives from Aniplex, 2 representatives from Square Enix, and Seiji Mizushima-san. And I'm like, Mizushima-san! And I mean, of course, we've done a few cons together now, remember? And the whole ring and the bracelet and everything. So we hit it off, and I gave her her gift, and I mean, Romy and I, like, separated twins. I mean, I couldn't speak a lick of Japanese, and she couldn't speak a word of English, but we sat there, locked eyes across the table, and the translator spoke for us, and we just talked right at each other. And she would sit there going, like she was just so excited. And it was amazing. There's even a video I put on YouTube of me giving, it's just a little highlight, but of giving her the gift that I had bought for her 2 years ago, that I was able to give to her. And she was so, she put it on and she loved it. And the next day, her representative called me and said, Paku-san felt bad that she did not have a gift for you, and she bought you something today, and she wants you to have it. And he brought over to my hotel this authentic, traditional Japanese tea set from Paku-san. So it was an amazing trip, amazing trip. And you guys, our time is up. I love you, and I'm gonna go right out there, and I will see you there. Thanks for being here. Wait 1 second, hold on.
Wait, if you can, please, if you'd like an autograph, which I'm guessing a lot of you would. Yeah. Wait here. We will have our staff and the IRT staff move people from this room over to where the signing's going to be, okay? Just no one rush over there and trample the poor little kids who don't know what's going to hit them.